Alright, if you follow my channel, you know that I love moon jelly spinners. But I've had a hard time over the past few years trying to find somewhere I can just get little moon jelly blades like this one here. This is a pink moon jelly blade that I made. And I just love that iridescence of moon jelly. And so today I'm going to go over how to make one of these yourselves. I use these for kokanee, I use these for trout, and I use these a lot for sea run, sockeye on the Columbia River and Lake Wenatchee and Baker Lake. They do really well. So here's a pink version. You can also make blades. Here's like a white. Here's a brass and moon jelly. Here's a silver and moon jelly, and here's a chartreuse and moon jelly. I'm going to show you how to make these for less than $1. I'm going to show you all the components, and I'm going to list them all below where you can order them. Because this is so easy to do, and you can just spend a few bucks and you'll have enough lures to last a lifetime and to share with your friends and family. So the first thing you want to do is pick up some Colorado blades, size 2, and I will put links to those below. Here's a pearlescent white. They have a bunch of different colors. There's that chartreuse, brass, silver, and pink. And with a size 2 blade, you need to use a size 1 clevis. So there's the size 1 clevis I need. And then you're going to need an assortment of beads. I'll put links to some beads below. You can go on Amazon, spend like 10 bucks and have enough beads to last the rest of your lifetime, and have just a huge variety of colors, including some glow colors. Size 4 to 5 millimeters usually appropriate for these spinners. You're going to need the lure tape. I found a guy on eBay who has pre-cut moon jellies for size 2 blades, and you get 50 for just a few bucks. He only charges really minimal for shipping, so it's a really good value here. And then you're going to need the hooks that you want to run. So if you're rigging up for Columbia River sockeye, I use these size 1/0 Matsuo sickle hooks, which come in red, of course, because that's what you want. And I run 20 to 30 pound leader. A stiffer leader is going to help throw around your gear, and you'll just get better action on it. If you're rigging for kokanee, then size 1, size 2, split shot, drop shots, and 10 pound Maxima Ultra Green's all you need. So this is my kokanee rig, right? So I've just got the blade, and then 5 beads, and then 2 hooks with a surgeon's loop in the end. So let's go ahead and rig one up for Columbia River sockeye. So I'm going to grab 2 of these hooks real quick and just show you how I do this really easy. There's a couple different ways you can snell your hooks on. I use like a really easy approach, simple approach when snelling. So I'm going to take my 20 pound Ultra Green. Usually I run about a 12 to 14 inch leader for Columbia River sockeye, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of extra for snelling and also for tying in the top end, where I usually will put a bead chain or a swivel. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and get this tied in really quick. Sorry, you have to see this foot of the tripod here so I can get it close enough so you guys can see. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. So I just run the line down along that hook. I just do like 7 or 8 wraps back. Pinch it off so it doesn't unravel until I tighten it down. And then just pull this through. There's the first one. I'll just do the other one and I'll set it, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches up from the other one. Okay, so about right there. I'd like a pretty good setback because I'm going to run the coon shrimp up here on the top hook, and I like that other hook back there for those short strikers. Okay, and then back through. And that's it on the Snell part of it. Trim up that tag end. You can leave it a little bit loose if you have problems with your Snells backing off. Mine never do, but the more a fish pulls on a Snell knot, the tighter it gets, which is nice. Okay, then we're gonna grab, anywhere from, I say, 5 to 6 beads is usually enough with the 4 and 5 millimeter ones. You can really build it out as much as you'd like. If you're going to run, so here's a 5 millimeter bead, here's a 4, you can kind of see the difference there. So a lot of times I'll try and definitely have the smaller beads up near the blade. You'll get a little bit more, or a little bit better turning action on them. So I'll just run those beads down. How many beads we at there? I might go one more. Okay. So that looks really good. And then, you kind of decide which one you want to pair up with it. I mean, that looks killer with that pearlescent white. There's the pink. That chartreuse looks like a killer to me. I'm going to rig that one up. Okay, so in order to put the tape on these things, it's pretty easy since they're pre-cut. The trick is getting them off these tape sheets. They're very well stuck on here. I think when he's cutting them on there, you have to use fine tweezers to pull them off. Now you'll notice that you'll get some wrinkles here. That's really not that big of a deal. If that bothers you, these little wrinkles on the blade, you can make little cuts on the stickers themselves. You can cut with an X-Acto knife so that it'll flex a little better, but honestly, the fish don't care, I don't care. It's not worth the hassle to me. So just gently place it onto the blade and then press it down firmly. And there you go. Then you need a size 1 clevis. And depending on how many blades you get, you'll have enough stickers with one order to make something like 50 lures. So you have more than enough you need to for the individual. So it'll be enough to last you a lifetime. You can make some for kokanee fishing. I'm sure they would work for walleye too. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and run the line through those little holes on the clevis, which be tough. Make sure it's oriented so that the blade rests appropriately and will spin. And there you go. That's it. Then I just need to tie off on this end to a bead chain or whatever. And because it's a Colorado blade, it will spin at really, really slow troll speed, so you won't have any problems with it spinning. If you don't have enough beads here and it's catching your bait, obviously it won't spin. And also make sure that you run at least 5 millimeter or smaller beads at the top. You get a better spin, I think, with a 4 millimeter bead on top. And like I said, you can do any combination here. The sky's the limit with all these different color blades that we have here. You can really be very creative. Alright, hope this helps. See you guys next time. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder.